All right, we are going to get started. Good morning. My name is Ashley Craiglow. My pronouns are she, her. For a physical description, I am a female with shoulder length dark red hair, and I'm wearing glasses and a cream colored shirt. I'm also joined today by my colleague Brenda Schaefer-Pellinen with the Arrowhead Area Agency on Aging, and we'd like to welcome and thank you for joining us for today's session on volunteer opportunities in the Arrowhead. So before we start, just a few housekeeping items. We are excited to announce that today's webinar will be accessible to a wider audience. We have arranged for American Sign Language ASL interpreters who will be present throughout the session. These interpreters will rotate about every 10 to 15 minutes to ensure that everyone follow along with the content effectively. To use those interpretation features, you just need to click on the interpretation button at the bottom of your screen and it should pop up in a little another camera area. Additionally, we are recording the entire webinar with ASL interpretation, and these recordings will be available on our YouTube channel for later viewing. So whether you're attending the live session or catching up later, you'll have the opportunity to engage with the material in a way that suits your needs. I encourage you to subscribe to our channel so that you can keep up with the latest additions to our video library. We are always looking for suggestions for future webinar topics, so if you have suggestions for topics or speakers, feel free to send those to me in an email. I will put those or my email in the chat so you guys have that. Please keep your microphone set to mute. And just a note, if you experience any issues with bandwidth or audio quality, it often helps to disable your camera. So if you'd like now, you can please put your first name and community or organization that you're with in the chat, and then what you're hoping to get out of today's session and how you found out about it. If you have any questions during today's session, please feel free to enter your question into the chat and we will address them at the end of the presentation. We can also take additional questions at that time. So at the close of today's session, you will see a quick evaluation pop up in your browser. So please take a moment to fill out that survey. It helps us when planning our future sessions. And then one last quick reminder is to please visit our Facebook page for more information about upcoming sessions, such as accessing food resources in the Arrowhead region, which is happening next month. You can also check out our website at arrowheadaging.org. All right, so a little bit about the Arrowhead Area Agency on Aging. The Arrowhead Regional Development Commission is designated by the Minnesota Board on Aging as the Area Agency on Aging for Planning and Service Area under the authority of Title III of the Older Americans Act. The Arrowhead Area Agency on Aging is committed to helping older adults maintain their highest level of independence. Area agencies on aging are regional organizations that provide services, supports, and information for just about everything that older adults and their families could need. Minnesota has 7 AAAs across the state that are local connections to older Minnesotans and the community supports they need as they age. The Arrowhead Area Agency on Aging's planning and service area are designated by the Minnesota Board on Aging and include the counties Aiken, Carlton, Cook, Itasca, Koochiching, Lake, and St. Louis. All right, so I'm just going to take a moment to read our Arrowhead Area Agency on Aging Land Acknowledgement. So as we support our mission to help older adults maintain their highest level of independence, we do this while being respectful of the space we are being welcomed into by Indigenous people. We strive to deepen our understanding of the multiple ways in which people see and understand land and acknowledge the Indigenous people who have relationships in this land. We also acknowledge the decades of historical trauma, loss, and grief experienced by Indigenous people. It is our promise to not only recognize these truths, but to also take action to support our Indigenous elders, neighbors, and friends, and understand our place within the past, present, and future of this land. We know this is just one step in recognizing and honoring the sovereignty of tribal nations. All right, so before we dive into specific opportunities available in our region, let's talk about why volunteering is so valuable, both for you personally and for our community. So personal benefits, volunteering offers incredible personal benefits. You'll build new skills and gain hands-on experience that can enhance your resume and open career doors. Many volunteers discover talents they didn't know they had or explore fields that they're curious about in a low-pressure environment. There's also a real mental health boost. Research consistently shows that volunteers experience less stress, reduced depression, and higher overall life satisfaction than non-volunteers. There's something powerful about focusing on helping others that puts our own challenges into perspective. And let's not forget the social connections. Volunteering is one of the best ways to make like-minded people who share your meet like-minded people who share your values. Many lasting friendships start through volunteer work. For community impact, it's not just about what you get out of it, but it's what you give. So when you volunteer, you're directly addressing real needs in your community. You're helping local organizations stretch their resources and expand their impact. And you're contributing to the kind of connected, caring, and community we all want to live in. So it's a win-win for both. The beautiful thing about volunteering is that it develops your leadership abilities, makes you a more engaged citizen, and creates positive change that extends far beyond your direct involvement. So finding your match. Now with all these benefits in mind, how do you find the right volunteer opportunity for you? This is where thinking strategically really pays off. So as you listen to our presentation today, I encourage you to think about a few key questions. Do you prefer working independently or as part of a team? Are you drawn to hands-on work or administrative tasks? What causes truly resonate with you? And realistically, how much time can you commit? So if you want to explore this more systematically, there are some great online tools available. Volunteer Match is probably the largest platform. It's like dating site for volunteers and nonprofits. Just Serve is another excellent platform where you can filter opportunities by your skills, interests, and availability. And there is even a quick assessment quizzes. AARP has a Find Your Volunteer Fit quiz that takes just a few minutes and categorizes you as a leader, team player, or independent contributor. These can be helpful starting points for understanding your volunteer personality. But you don't need to take a formal assessment right now. So instead, I want you to listen actively to your presenters with those key questions in mind. Which opportunities spark interest? Which time commitments feel realistic? Which organizations' missions resonate with your values? Remember, there's no perfect match. The best volunteer opportunity is the one you'll actually show up for consistently. So let's hear from our local organizations and see what catches your attention. So our first presenter today is Jess Langer. Jess is an education volunteer coordinator with the Senior Linkage Line Arrowhead Area Agency on Aging, and she is passionate about relationship building, empowering her community with knowledge, and supporting people in navigating complex systems. She is located in Duluth, but coordinates outreach events, educational presentations, and volunteers throughout the 7-county Arrowhead region. So thank you for being with us today, Jess, and I will now turn things over to you.
Thanks, Ashley. Good morning. My name is Jess Langer. I'm the Education Volunteer Coordinator, like Ashley mentioned, and you can go to the next slide, please. So I just want to talk a little bit about the Senior Linkage Line first, before we kind of get into our volunteer opportunities. So the Senior Linkage Line is a statewide service of the Minnesota Board on Aging, and we work in partnership with our Minnesota area agencies on aging. So this means that no matter which of the state's 87 counties people live in and call from, the Senior Linkage Line can help. We have contact centers across the state, so local staff can help folks anywhere. We've got that map up on the screen. So we've got the Dancing Sky Area Agency on Aging with their offices in Warren, up in northwestern Minnesota. I work with the Arrowhead Area Agency on Aging, covering the northeastern portion of Minnesota, and our office is in Duluth. Central Minnesota Council on Aging, they have their offices in St. Cloud. Trellis covers the metro area, and their office is in Minneapolis. The Minnesota River Area Agency on Aging, their offices in Mankato. They cover South Central and Southwest Minnesota. And then the Southeastern Area Agency on Aging covers that southeastern tip of Minnesota with their offices in Rochester. Next slide, please. So the Senior Linkage Line offers services that are free. We provide services to any Minnesotan, and we are funded through state and federal dollars. And because of that state and federal funding, we are neutral and objective. So we won't recommend one service provider, one company, one insurance provider company over another. We want to give you options and help you choose what will work best for you. And so that objective piece, we want to share all the information to help folks make an informed decision on what works best for them. Next slide. So the Senior Linkage Line can help folks explore a variety of local options. While we don't provide these services, we can connect with those that do. So we can explore different transportation options available in your area, house cleaning services such as help washing the floors, cleaning the toilets, dusting. Those are all ways that can help you stay in your home. We can help you find a senior dining site, a meal site. We can look into folks that do groceries to go programs or getting a ride to the grocery store or Meals on Wheels programs. Housing, we can help you compare your options so you can decide if your home is the best place for you to live. And then support programs, we can help with applications for SNAP, EBT food support, getting help paying for your Medicare, so Medicare savings programs and extra help or low-income subsidies that help you pay. Medicare savings programs help pay for Part B, as in boy premiums, and then extra help helps pay for the Part D, as in dog premiums. Energy and fuel assistance support. We can help you find out your options and then help complete that paperwork to help sign up. Next slide, please. And then some other areas where we can help when you turn 65 or if you have questions during open enrollment period or any time during the year. Any questions related to Medicare, we can help answer those and connect to resources for that. If you have a stay in the hospital or nursing home, we can help you connect with resources and transition back into your community and into your home. If you're helping a loved one or a friend, we can help you answer questions and share tools that'll help. And then if you need help paying for prescriptions, we can connect to programs to help cover these costs. And that's one area where we can help anyone 18 plus if you need help paying for prescription drugs. And then if you have concerns about Medicare billing errors or fraud, we can help review that information and then help report it as well. And that's one of the areas where we offer educational presentations. Next slide, please. And so then just reiterating the application assistance, there are many government programs that help cover costs for those who qualify. So we can help complete those applications so that folks can get financial help. And if you want to go to the next slide, that's a part of our volunteer opportunities. So we're always looking for volunteers to help our older adults and caregivers in the community. Some of the opportunities are tabling at health fairs, giving presentations, and our presentations could be preventing fraud and scams, talking about that Medicare and healthcare fraud, waste and abuse, talking about general scams and identity theft. We have a presentation for Medicare 101, talking about the basics of Medicare. And we give a variation of this presentation that I'm giving today, how the Senior Linkage Line can help in the community to our providers. There's a money saving programs and services presentation that talks a little bit more in depth about those Medicare saving programs and low-income subsidy or extra help programs. And then help filling out applications, those different supportive program applications, and then Medicare counseling, so that one-to-one options counseling. We provide Medicare training classes, a variety of tasks and fun opportunities. And then you as a volunteer receive mileage reimbursement, ongoing support and training, and of course, the knowledge that you have made a difference. I do a lot of outreach in the community, and it just is always so heartwarming and nice to know that the different stories that folks have about working with us. If they have a loved one who needs support, or if they had questions when they just joined Medicare. We hear a lot of positive feedback in the community. So we really, this service really does make a difference. So if you are interested in volunteering with the Senior Linkage Line, you can call 800-333-2433 to learn more. And that is all I have for today. And I think we're leaving questions till the end. So thank you.
Sorry, I apologize. Couldn't find my unmute button today. All right. Thank you, Jess, for taking the time to present on that. I'm going to now turn things over to Emily with volunteer and engagement coordination with United Way of Northeastern Minnesota. So thank you, Emily, for joining us today, and I will turn things over to you.
Great. Thanks so much, Ashley. First of all, I did not see, mine does not look like that. So sorry for the, must be a font issue would be my assumption. But yeah, my apologies because my slide does not look like that. Hopefully we don't have too much overlap throughout. Otherwise I'll probably have to get you a different slide deck, Ashley, so that we can make sure for future presenting it doesn't look like that. So
I think I fixed it on the rest of them. I apologize, Emily. I must have missed that one.
It's okay. It's okay. So sorry that you had to even, my apologies that you had to do that. So, but yeah, okay. So I am Emily. Emily Unjum is my name. I'm with United Way of Northeastern Minnesota. Thank you all so much for joining us here today. My role at United Way is that I'm the volunteer and engagement coordinator, and our service area you'll see pretty soon here. But my presentation, we're just going to go over the volunteer opportunities with us, and many are flexible, social, and just a great way to give back. Next slide, thanks. Okay. Let's see. So let's start with why volunteering is such a powerful thing to do, especially as we get older. Volunteering gives you a chance to stay active and social, which is great for both physical and mental well-being. It's a great way to keep your skills sharp, meet new people, and feel connected to your community. Maybe most importantly, it just feels good to help others. Next slide. For those who may not be familiar, United Way of Northeastern Minnesota, or for short, we call it UWNEMN, serves the Iron Range, Couchiking County, and parts of Lake of the Woods County. We work with dozens of nonprofits and community partners to help meet local needs, and our focus is on creating lasting change in areas like health, education, and financial stability. And one of the ways we do that is by connecting people like you with meaningful ways to get involved. Thanks. We make finding volunteer opportunities easy with our online portal. You can visit www.unitedwaynemn.org/volunteer and browse openings from United Way programs and many of our partner agencies. Everything is in one place, organized by interest, location, and availability. I'm excited to share that we actually are working on a website refresh for our volunteer portal. We're going to make it a little more user-friendly and add some fun pictures and graphics in there. So that will be coming soon. So what kind of things can you volunteer for? From our volunteer portal, you can find opportunities at local food shelves, delivering meals, sorting clothing at a thrift store, or supporting a community event. Some opportunities are ongoing, while others are a one-time shift. Our local United Way operates a number of direct service programs with volunteer needs that you'll see on the site. Right now, they are primarily focused on youth. Okay, during the summer months, we also run the Meet Up and Chow Down program. You may have heard of it, you may not have, but it's a free lunch program for children. This summer volunteers are helping serve pre-assembled meals to children ages 1 through 18 at 14 regional locations. And this is a wonderful way to help make sure no child goes hungry while school is out for the summer. It's also a great opportunity to meet other volunteers and get out in the sunshine. Unlike today, we today's kind of rough, but the rest of summer is a nice sunny day. So we currently need volunteers in August for the locations of Babbitt, Hibbing, Mountain Iron, and Nashwauk. And I can also throw a link to this in the chat just so you guys have it too. There you go. Okay. Next slide. Thanks. Now, a fast approaching volunteer opportunity we have with our organization is the Lunch Buddies mentoring program. It pairs volunteers with elementary students who could benefit from a little extra attention and encouragement. You'll visit once a week during the school year and have lunch with your buddy, chat, and build a connection. It's a fun, easy, and has real impact on a child's confidence and sense of belonging. We are beginning to recruit mentors now for the upcoming school year. We are going to be in Aurora, Babbitt, Cherry, Chisholm, Eveleth, International Falls, Floodwood, Keewatin, Mountain Iron, and Virginia. So some of those have multiple schools in the location, elementary schools. And so, yeah, we're hoping to add more schools before the school year starts as well. But that is our Lunch Buddy program. In addition to United Way programs, our volunteer portal includes listings from other local nonprofits. You'll see options from food pantries, senior services, youth organizations, and more all across our region. So if you don't know where to start, we just highly encourage going to the portal. So it's a great place to browse what's in our area. That leads to the next slide. Thank you. I do want to give a quick shout out because there are other United Ways. I'm so sad about how the fonts came through on this. I'm so sorry. But there are other United Ways that may be serving your area in particular. So Head of the Lakes United Way serves Cook, Lake, and South St. Louis County. United Way 1,000 Lakes serves the majority of Itasca County. Hi, Zoe. I see you there. Zoe is in the chat. She's at Head of the Lakes United Way. So glad to have you here, Zoe. And then United Way of Carlton and Pine County area is just that. They serve Carlton County and beyond. So all these organizations offer volunteer opportunities and have great portals. Those links are right there on the page. I'm sorry that they didn't come through very well, but everybody, not just our United Way has these portals that connect with other agencies. All these ones do as well. So next slide. Thank you. So are you ready to make a difference? Whether you have a few hours to spare or you're looking to make volunteering a regular part of your life, we'd love to help get you connected. You can explore the portal, reach out with questions, or ask to help in finding something that fits your skills and interests. So volunteering really is for everyone. It's never too late to start. And that's it. Thank you again for attending our webinar today. My portion for sure. If you have any questions, I can answer those at the end. But thank you all so much. Thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you, Emily. And I will make sure that I fix the slides and we can send them out at the end of the presentation to everybody who registered, just so they have all the correct information.
Okay, thanks. I can see what I can do too, Ashley, but I appreciate it. Thank you.
Sounds good. All right. Well, we are now going to move over to Nicole, and she is from Arrowhead Economic Opportunity Agency in Virginia, Minnesota. She is the Volunteer Services Coordinator for Northern St. Louis County, Groceries to Go Coordinator, and SNAP Coordinator. So thank you for being here, Nicole, and I'll turn things over to you.
Thank you, Ashley. Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for being here today. Like Ashley said, I'm the Volunteer Services Coordinator for Northern St. Louis County up in AEOA in Virginia. We can go to the next slide, please. So at AEOA for our volunteer services program, it consists of two groups of volunteers for us. We first have our Arrowhead RSVP volunteers. That's our retired senior volunteer program funded through AmeriCorps Seniors. This is primarily for volunteers age 55 and older, looking for volunteer opportunities in the community. For everyone else that is under the age of 55, those would be qualified as our Arrowhead volunteers, which is open to volunteers of all ages. And that was before that was known as Northland Volunteer Center, but we've changed the name of that. So together they make up our volunteer services. We can go to the next one. Thank you. The next couple of slides are going to highlight all of our partner stations that we partner with in our 3-county area of St. Louis County, Lake, and Cook County. We partner with a lot, and even a couple of the other presenters that are here today, we partner with them for volunteer opportunities. So we're just kind of like an in-between, a good place to start if you're not sure of what interests you, what your time commitments are, or just want to get an idea of where to start looking for some volunteer opportunities. We work with a variety of community organizations, so whether you're interested in watering flowers for a botanical garden, driving seniors to medical appointments, or writing letters to elementary students, we can help connect you with a volunteer opportunity that's a great fit for you. So what's on the screen right now is all of our volunteer stations in northern St. Louis County. We can go to the next one there. And a couple of them that are in each of the 4 areas that we kind of represent kind of go hand in hand. Like the senior linkage line, we have that in all of our 3 areas. We have tax sites in all 3 areas. We have Meals on Wheels in all of the counties that we have. These are all of our volunteer stations in Duluth currently. We can go to the next one there. My colleague who isn't with us today, Kirsten Ryden, she coordinates all the volunteer services for Duluth, Lake, and Cook counties. And she would be more than happy to talk to you about all of her areas that she has. These are all the volunteer stations that we have in Lake County. And then we can go to the next slide there. And these are all of the volunteer stations that we have in Cook County. So as you saw there, we have a couple that are in all 3 areas that we have. And then we can go to the next slide. We also offer bone builders classes. Our bone builders classes are in each of our 3-county area. This is a free program designed specifically for older adults to help manage and prevent osteoporosis while promoting physical activity at the same time. Classes are held in locations including Gilbert, Hibbing, Duluth, Knife River, Two Harbors, Silver Bay, Finland, Lutsen, and Grand Marais. We're also always interested in finding areas that want to start a new class. We have trainers that will come train you if you are interested in being a leader, getting it started in your community. That's something that we can always talk about and help you start as well. It's just a great opportunities for seniors to come together, get that physical connection and social connection as well. And yeah, it's just a great time. We can go to the next one there. So if you're ready to volunteer, these are some of the areas for each of our 4 regions, I guess, for Northern St. Louis County, Duluth, Lake County, and Cook County that are currently looking for volunteers. We're always willing to take you on and look at other things if these don't interest you necessarily. We partner with so many of the people and partnerships. We can definitely find you something that interests you, but these are our biggest needs right now. So for Northern St. Louis County, our Aurora Area Food Shelf, Arrowhead Transit Volunteers, Elder Circle Assisted Transportation, Habitat for Humanity, the Iron Range Historical Society, and Virginia Area Historical Society are all seeking volunteers. You can contact me if those interest you at all. In Duluth, our biggest need right now is Meals on Wheels drivers. You can contact Kirsten for that. And those are a couple different areas in Duluth that they're looking for right now. In Lake County, North Shore Area Partners is looking for volunteer drivers, as well as community partners. They are also looking for volunteer drivers. So I think that's a big thing that we're looking for right now is just volunteer drivers in general, and that's taking clients to and from medical appointments for all the different partner agencies that we have for that, with Arrowhead Transit being one as well. And in Cook County right now, they're looking for a volunteer to lead a bone builders class at the Mid Trail Community Center on the Gunflint Trail in Grand Marais. That's a mouthful. And for those last three there, Kirsten Ryden would be a good contact for that. We can go to the next slide there. There's our contact information. For Kirsten, like I said, she's in Duluth, Lake, and Cook County. She'd be able to help you get partnered with a volunteer opportunity there. And I'm primarily in northern St. Louis County. So I kind of say anywhere from Hibbing to White Lakes to Cook and in between, I can help you find a volunteer opportunity that's right for you. So sorry if I talked a little bit fast there. The last thing I'll put in the chat too is our volunteer registration form. You can do that online, or you can do it just by giving us a phone call, and we can do it over the phone with you as well. But I just put in that chat if you want to sign up to volunteer with us. And thank you guys so much for your time, and we look forward to hearing from you.
Thank you so much, Nicole. That was great information. And yes, we'll make sure that we send out in the follow-up email all of the links that have been shared today as well. All right. So I'm going to now get ready. Our next presenter is Ann Giles. She is the program director at Aiken County Care and manages the following programs: Meals on Wheels, transportation services, sail classes, Grand Friends program, pop-up senior centers, chore and companion programs, Alzheimer's support program facilitator, and the supervisor of volunteer staff. She has been working in the field of human services, which includes providing case management services to the developmentally and intellectually disabled, older adults, children, and veterans for 30 years. Anne has moved back to her home state of Minnesota recently and currently resides in McGregor, and she enjoys lake life and being near her family. So I'm going to now turn things over to Anne.
Thank you, Ashley, so much. Yeah, I'm with Aiken County Care. However, we're not a county program. A lot of people get that confused and think that we're part of the county. And so when we talk about, you'll hear me talk about being at Aiken Care. So I've been here. Yesterday was actually my 1 year marker for being here back in Minnesota and being with Aiken Care, and so glad to be a part of this amazing program. We serve the county of Aiken in many different ways. I'm going to be focusing on our volunteer opportunities and the volunteer programs that we have. Next slide, please. Our mission here at CARE is to enhance and promote the independence, dignity, value, and well-being of older adults and adults managing disabilities and those who care for them. It's so important for people as they age to be as independent. And a lot of the programs that we have here do just that. We want them to be at home for as long as possible, if not till their end here on this earth, and just assisting them and being just all that they can be in their communities. Next slide, please. Our vision is to be a leader in providing innovative and quality services to older adults and with those with disabilities in Aiken County. Next slide, please. Our strategy is to be a partner with local government, businesses, nonprofits, and the community we serve to become a county for a lifetime. We work with a lot of different organizations. We work with the AEOA, the 4As, obviously. We have Riverwood Healthcare Center here in the city of Aiken, partnering also with our local communities like Angels in McGregor, and just really wanting to partner with everyone who's helping people to be as independent as possible and to be a resource to all of those that we encounter in our community. Next slide, please. Our volunteer opportunities are our programs that help people to be independent, stay in their own homes, and to be all that they can be. Really helps when they have transportation services. If they can't get to doctor's appointments, then they're not taking care of themselves. And many of the people who live in Aiken County do not have transportation available to them. And in Aiken County, we have great difficulty in having a lot of transportation resources. So we have a transportation service formerly known as Rides for Health. It is completely volunteer based. Um, we help people get to doctor's appointments and to other life appointments, like going to get their hair done, going to the grocery store. We have one individual who needed to go see his wife. He was on hospice care and he wanted to go to his wife's grave, which was a couple hours away. So we really want to help people and meet them where they're at in their life and what's going on in their lives. We have a Meals on Wheels program, which I'm sure you're all familiar with. We serve or provide transport, or we provide the Meals on Wheels inside the city of Aiken, providing the hot meals. Aiken County also has frozen meals, which is run by AEOA in getting those meals delivered every 2 weeks. Our Meals on Wheels program is delivered Monday through Friday. We have a home visitor program where we go out and we can help individuals, whether it be getting online to order groceries, helping them sort through bills, helping them to, maintain their lives with just taking care of things and living in their homes. We have a chores and home tasks program. The chore program really is about helping people with whether it be seasonal tasks, lawn mowing, shoveling, and that is a huge area of need for us in Aiken County. So if you know of anyone that's looking for a volunteer opportunity, that would be an area that I would want to talk with them about. We have a new program that started in the fall of 2024 and the fall of 2024, and it's through the Sobriety Court Transportation Service. We partner with the Sobriety Court, which is a part of the Minnesota Judicial Branch, and helping people who are in recovery get to their AA meetings, get to treatment meetings, doctor's appointments, court dates. And this program is really helping people to achieve sobriety and recovery. As I had stated earlier, we don't have a lot of transportation services, and we are very rural here in Aiken County. So we have volunteers that provide those transportation services and are reimbursed mileage, as is our transportation service. We reimburse for mileage. We have our SAIL class, which is very much like the Bone Builders class that was spoke about earlier. It's staying active and independent for life. We have 3 instructors who are in Aiken County. One is in Malmo, the McGregor area, and one in Aiken. And we have many community members that attend those classes, and we just see the impact that it has in their lives. We are looking for, there's a volunteer opportunity for an instructor. We'd like to start another class here in Aiken. And so if you know of anyone that's interested in becoming an instructor, we do pay for that certification and getting them set up to be an instructor. We also have our Grand Friends Intergenerational Program. We partner with the McGregor School District Elementary School, and our Grand Friends send letters to the 3rd grade students, and kind of a pen pal situation, and they do that throughout the school year. We also have 3 events that go on through the school year with the Grand Friend and the 3rd grade students in activities and getting to know each other better. And so that's an amazing program that we're real proud to be a part of. Next slide, please. I currently have 36 active volunteer staff, and they all go through criminal background checks, checking driving records. They must have insurance. We work with the RSVP program, the Retired Senior Citizens Volunteer Program, through the AmeriCorps Senior Volunteer Program. And so many of them, if they're over the age of 55, go through that program. Next slide, please. As I indicated, the transportation services, we have an incredible team of volunteers who help people get to their health and medical appointments and other appointments. This is a cost share program, and it's based on the mileage from the city of Aiken. We have traveled as far as Rochester, and we do reimburse our drivers' mileage if they so choose. Many of our volunteers just like to be able to get people to their appointments and don't request reimbursement, but that is available. We have currently 18 volunteers who are in this program. Next slide, please. As I indicated, the Meals on Wheels program, we currently have 9 participants who live within the city limits of Aiken, and we have 11 volunteers who deliver meals Monday through Friday. This program has really proven to be really valuable. We have individuals participants who are getting Meals on Wheels, whom we've been able to see issues with them, or something has occurred where a volunteer has been concerned with perhaps something going on in that person's life. And they are so awesome about giving me a call and letting me know that they have concerns about someone, and I'm able to follow up. In one situation, we had a gentleman who was a veteran and really starting to deteriorate in his condition. And as a result of a Meals on Wheels volunteer, this person's now getting homemaking services in his home. And then getting, of course, the hot meal. So it's so important, as many of you know, our Meals on Wheels program across the nation is so important in being the eyes and the ears. And, oftentimes people, in the Meals on Wheels programs, seeing the volunteer might be even more important than getting the meal. So a really important program. Next slide, please. We delivered 2,951 meals in 2024, and we continue to grow in the program and hope that that program is around for a real long time. Next slide, please. As I indicated before, we have the Chores and Home Visitor program, helping with minor home maintenance. And with the Home Visitors program, one thing I had not indicated is helping them with some technology as well. I'm also a notary, so I can go out and notarize documents and just assist them with being as independent as possible in their home. Next slide, please. Aiken County Sobriety Court. It's been an amazing program to work with and to see this pilot project really get off the ground. It is, as far as I'm aware, the only one in the state where we have County Sobriety Court actually partnering with an organization to help people get to their recovery needed programs. Next slide, please. So we contract, like I had indicated, with the Aiken County Sobriety Court. Our volunteers do get paid mileage, and then we get a small administrative fee to keep the program going and to oversee all of the volunteer services that need to occur for its success. We currently have 10 volunteers who are giving of their time in this program, and most of them are they themselves in recovery, which has really been an aid in them being able to help the individuals in understanding the difficulties that they're facing in their day-to-day lives. Next slide, please.
Did it work, Anne?
Ashley?
Can you see the next slide?
Nope, it didn't. It did not move forward.
Brenda, are you seeing it on your end?
The cube is rotating.
Okay. And then here's just a little more information on the staying active and independent for life. What's wrong?
I think you're good, Anne. It's showing on our end.
It's advancing. It's on the intergenerational connectivity program.
Volunteer instructors lead the class. Oh. Can you hear me now, Ashley?
Yep, I can hear you, Anne. Which slide do you want us to be on? I've got the Stay Active and Independent for Life, the SAIL class up right now.
That's good. Yes.
Okay.
As you can see with the staying active and independent for life slide here, we in the different areas of Aiken County where we currently have classes, and we'd like to add an additional class in the city of Aiken. Next slide, please, Ashley. And then the intergenerational connectivity program, our Grand Friends program. Next slide. The Grand Friend program is designed to build youth developmental assets, which are building blocks necessary for a strong foundation in a child's life. The great thing about this program is that it helps the younger generation see the older generation perhaps in a different light, in a light that maybe they hadn't seen before. It also helps the Grand Friend in them being more independent and being active in their community. Oftentimes, as we age, some people kind of isolate, staying at home, and this is really a great way for our older folks to get out and to be active in their community and to keep their brain going. Talk about their lives and the history that they have and that they've seen in their lifetime, and it's awesome opportunity for them to share that. Next slide, please. Here's just a couple pictures, and you can see what an awesome opportunity it is for the students and for the Grand Friends. What's awesome about the program is that these students will sometimes run into their Grand Friend when they're out in the community, and the connections that they're making are just amazing. And then here's my contact information with my phone number. I'm at extension 1 in my email. The process for becoming a volunteer at Aiken Care, we do first we'll do a meet and greet with myself, and I'll review all of the programs specifically for the volunteer to be able to evaluate what best fits them in their lives. We have an application and criminal background check that is completed on all applicants prior to starting in any volunteer role. Training will occur on HIPAA confidentiality, privacy practices, and reporting abuse, maltreatment, neglect, and exploitation prior to having any contact with any participants of our care programs. Volunteers over the age of 55 will be enrolled in the care program and additionally with the RSVP program, who collaborates and partners with us. There is an additional mileage reimbursement and added benefits to being enrolled in that program. Volunteers under the age of 55 would be enrolled in the care volunteer program only. And that's all I have. Oh, I'm sorry. And we have our leadership team, our amazing leadership team, Amy White, Executive Director. We have Kim Nutting, who is Program Director over our caregiving department. And then we have Cindy Roden. She is a registered nurse who does our toenail clinic. And Athena Dunham, who is an executive administrative assistant. And then Judy Thomas, who is an administrative assistant. And I believe... And then here's a picture of all of us.
Thank you so much, Anne, for presenting today. All right. So we have so many great organizations in our region, and obviously we wouldn't have time to have each of them present today. So I just want to make sure that we are highlighting all of the great work that is happening. So first we have Agewell Arrowhead in Duluth. They have companion volunteer opportunities, groceries to go, remote order taker, groceries to go shopper, help in the home, lawn and garden, snow and chore services, office assistant, and transportation. And so their contact information is on this slide, and I will make sure to send those out in the follow-up email. We also have Angels of McGregor, and their website is listed on this slide as well, and can reach out to them for volunteer opportunities. We also have Care Partners of Cook County in Grand Marais. They do rides locally and to Duluth, friendly visits, and then chore projects. And again, their phone number is listed on this slide. And you can also check their website for more information. Another one is Chum out of Duluth. Their website information is on here as well, and how to reach out to them for volunteer opportunities. We have community partners in Two Harbors, Minnesota. They have companionship opportunities, transportation, chore, and social events education. Their website is also listed on here. Then we have Elders Circle in Grand Rapids, Minnesota. They offer assisted transportation, volunteer driver, grocery shopping and delivery, guardianship friendly visits, health and wellness class leaders, knitting, sewing, and crochet groups. And you can reach out to them for volunteer services on their website. Then we have Kuchaching Aging Options in International Falls that has groceries to you, senior companions, senior wheels, good visit program, and their board of directors is also looking for volunteer opportunities, and their website is listed here. Then we have North Shore Area Partners out of Silver Bay. They've got casual volunteer opportunities, driving opportunities, friendly visitor or caller, fundraising, garden help, governance, pet therapy, program assistant and leader, tax helper or Medicare care helper, and tech support. And again, their website is listed here. And then we've got Northwoods Partners in Ely. They do friendly visits, transportation, exercise buddy program, and caregiver relief. And you can also go on their website to find out how to volunteer. Volunteer Services of Carlton County. They've got their phone number, and you can also email or go to their webpage. YMCA Downtown Duluth. They have volunteer opportunities on their website. Lighthouse Center for Vital Living out of Duluth. You can do supporting special events, support groups, office duties, driving clients to support groups or meetings, and then read aloud at their Twin Ports newspaper for their Twin Ports newspaper, sorry. And again, their volunteer opportunities are listed on their website and how to sign up. Some other partners are Floodwood Services and Training. You can contact them to see if they have any volunteer opportunities, as well as Health Equity Northland. I've got their phone number and website listed as well. All right, well, if there are any questions, you can put them in the chat. Otherwise, feel free to also come off mute. I'm just looking at the chat now, and I didn't see any questions pop up. If you have more questions or think of something later, feel free to email me. Brenda put my email in the chat, but you will also get a follow-up email from me, so feel free to reply on there as well. Some upcoming webinars that the Quad A has, in August, we are doing one on accessing food resources in the Arrowhead region. September will be on supportive decision making. And then October's webinar is Your Ride to Independence, Navigating Transit in the Arrowhead region. And again, you can find these and how to register on our Facebook page or on our website. And you can always email me if you need more assistance. But I'd just like to thank all of our presenters today and thank all those of you that are volunteering in the region. None of this great work could happen without you. So thank you for attending, and we will hopefully see you next month.